This camera bag has seen some days.
You know, I'd be a light packer if I didn't have a camera bag now.
What?
While the bag has stayed the same, what I carry in it has changed over the years, really reflecting the growth of my career. So I'm excited to show you what's inside of my camera bag. This is what I grab and go for content shoots, so let's open it up. Well, before we do that, I guess this is the bag. It's so old. My husband got it for me in 2017 when I was doing my travel vlogging. I was really just starting to get into content creation seriously. I picked up a camera in 2014, late 2014, and then come 2017, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a full-time travel blogger. So he got this bag for me, which is very kind. They probably don't even make it anymore. It's so old, but it's held up all these years, so no need to get a new one anytime soon. This front zipper right here is really just what I drop it's kind of like my purse when I'm out in the field. I put my wallet in here, my keys, my cell phone, anything, so I don't have to carry a purse in addition to this. And this front zipper, top zipper, is like a soft material lining, and it really is just another miscellaneous pocket. If I have models I'm working with, I'll usually throw in extra ponytails or bobby pins or clips or jewelry, accessories if I need to zhuzh them up a little bit. And this next zipper, like the middle compartment, is what I will put my laptop in when I'm going out on the field, and maybe tethering tools if I am shooting tethered. But really what stays in here always is a hairbrush, a little hairbrush that I just always keep in here. And then I have my business cards, so rarely give those out, but they're in here. And aside from, again, just props or things I might need to bring for a specific shoot, that's when I'll fill this with stuff. And on the side here is just a pocket, but what I keep in this like hidden pocket are some screws for having to screw on plates to the camera and cages and different stuff. So I have a few different sizes in here, and I have a penny in here, which is probably when I needed something thin to turn a screw or something on like a gimbal or whatnot. So opening up the bag, there's a lot of stuff. Typically I do carry 2 camera bodies in the bag, but because I'm filming this video, I needed one on the tripod, so I'll show you what that one is. The first camera body that I have, which is actually the most recent one that I purchased last year when it came out, is the Canon R5 Mark II. This is my second mirrorless full frame I've ever owned, and I mean, it's great. Obviously they produce great stuff. Now I won't get too technical with the features of the camera. I will say what really led me to buy it was I wanted a second body. I needed a second body, and I basically traded my old gear. I had the Canon 80D and I had the Canon M50 and some miscellaneous lenses. So I basically traded those at Cash for Cameras event at my local camera shop just to help go towards this camera body. Really the last 2 years I've kind of been upgrading all of the tech, and so this was the most recent one. Again, not gonna go too much into the features of the camera, but it's been great. One thing I do love that it shoots 120 and 4K, and I don't really have a preference between which one I pick up. It's more just, sometimes it's just what camera lens is on the body. When I open my camera bag, I'm like, okay, I need this one, so I'll pick this one up. And speaking of camera lenses, this one right here is the Canon 70-200mm lens. I use this one for a lot of food shots. If I want to get it really detailed and like the burger and get all the nitty-gritty details of the food and the textures. And more so than that, I use it for shows, concerts, performances, when I want to get close to the performers on stage and I'm not right next to the stage, I'm kind of further back. I did kind of fuck up a little bit. Well, not fuck up, I cheaped out because this is the f4.0 lens. If I would have spent $1,000 more, I could have got the f2.8 lens. And I was like, well, it's fine, I'll just bump up my ISO. And it's fine. It really is, but I just wish I would have just got the f2.8 because I do have to bump up my ISO a lot, especially for, you know, shooting a lot indoors in dark places. So I should have just done it, but I didn't. However, it still gets the job done. Maybe this will be the next thing I trade to kind of help go towards the f2.8. So that's that. Now my other lens that I have in here right now is the Canon 15-35mm lens. And I use this one for when I want to get wide shots of a lot of times when I'm in tight spaces and I want to get a wide shot, I'll use this lens. And the other time that I use this often is when I'm doing architectural shoots. When, again, I want to capture the wide scene. This is going to be what I use for that. This is usually clipped on outside of my camera bag, but I just tucked it in here today because the other camera body wasn't in here. Now this is just a case from K&F Concept, and it houses all of my lens filters. A lot of it, honestly, is the K&F Concept brand. I like their lenses and they're cheap, and I get them on Amazon and they are fine. Tell me if you have better recommendations, but they're fine for me. This first one is a circular polarizing filter, CPL, and I use this when I'm trying to kind of reduce the highlights. And then this one is a variable ND filter, so if I'm trying to shoot at like an f2.8 outside on a sunny day, I'll use this to kind of help with bring down the highlights so it's not so blown out. We'll get to the cool ones in a minute. This one is just a UV protector, so when I don't have a lens filter on, like a creative lens filter or, you know, ND filter, then I'll just have a clear filter on it just to further protect the lens. So I have a few of those. This one is a black diffusion. This is when I kind of want to get a hazy, dreamy look if I'm doing a talking head or interview and I want to soften the skin. This is a great one to use. This one is really cool. I use this one a lot. This is a star filter. I love using this for, again, entertainment, concerts, when I want to shoot against the light and really have that starburst look. And my two newest ones that I'm excited to try is, now I did get a different company for this, you'll be proud of me. This is from Prism Lens FX. I splurged a little bit, this was $100 on a halo filter. So I'm excited to use this one. And really why I went with this and not the other brand that I typically buy on Amazon is when they show examples of how it looks, the output, I thought this one had a better feathering of the halo than other ones, that it was just like a clear circle. It just didn't look that good to me, so I'm excited to use that one. And the last one, back to our K&F Concepts, this one is a ghost filter. So excited to use this one. So these are my latest ones, and not in here because they're on the lens. This one I have, this is another polarizing filter on here. And then I think this one should just have a regular protective one. Yeah, this is just a clear protective one. So there's always a filter on my lens, whether it's the last one I had on there or a clear UV one. Next I have my external flash. This is the Godox V1 Pro C. I bought this last year. I guess we'll rewind a little bit. I come from video background. Video is more my jam, but I do love photography. I love mixing it up, and I challenged myself to learn flash photography. Honestly, it's very intimidating when all I've ever known was continuous lighting. So I bought studio lights a couple years ago to learn, and they were awful, but I eventually learned. And then I wanted to get comfortable with a speed light on the go. So now that I'm comfortable with it and I feel good, I bought this last year. Again, the last 2 years I've been updating everything, and it's great. It definitely lives up to the hype. One thing I love about it is you have an extra flash right here if you just need a boost. And these pop off so you can change the top. So this one is, I have a double. This one is like the egg crate. You can just snap on there with its magnetic. It's magnetic, so it just snaps on there. And then I have a diffusion dome. And I do have a pack with barn doors and gels and a snoot that you can pop on here. But again, this is what I grab and go. This is my grab and go bag. So I'll only add things or take things out if it's a very specific shoot I'm going on. But for everyday grab and go, this is what's in here. And that creative, all the other ones, just, I don't use them enough to have them in my bag. And moving on to more lights, this is a pocket light that just goes on top of my camera. And I use this one often, again, video. And I got this on Amazon. This is my second one. If you watched my vlog, my week in the life vlog, I kind of gave a little backstory on how I used the first one. We were landscaping the front yard. It was getting dark. I needed a light to just wrap up a little thing. And I went and grabbed this, and when I was done, I placed it on the back of the Highlander, and my husband must have drove off the next day at work because I couldn't find it anywhere, and so it was forever gone. And I finally got the second one. Before I got this, I was in a pinch and I needed a light, so I went to the local camera shop, and they didn't have that one that I love, so I had to buy this Pro Master. It was $100. And it's just not great, you know? It's bright, sure, it's RGB. I like to have RGB. It's okay. It doesn't, what I don't love about it is I have to have a separate attachment to be able to mount it to my camera. It doesn't move, it's just a single cube. And you know, this is cool. But if you look at this one, it already has this built in, and I can maneuver it to really position the light exactly how I want it, and it's brighter, so it's just better. And it was like, I think it's 60 bucks, 50, 60 bucks on Amazon. So this I will link in the description because I love it so much. Moving on, well, we have this. So this actually also came with this light. I'm really promoting the hell out of this light, but this came with the box, and if you didn't want to put it on your camera, I can put it on here. And I have a little tripod, and this is great when I'm doing cocktail photography and I need just a little accent light, a little of a light somewhere else, and I'll position this somewhere and have it ready. And this one is really cool. This is, I guess, like an arm clamp, but from Small Rig, and you can attach this to your camera. You can clamp this around a tripod if you want to add a screen or a camera off to the side. It's just like an extra arm. And I like to have it in my bag because I've done some creative stuff with this before, where I saw it on Instagram or TikTok, but they screwed this into the bottom of the camera and then they clamped a plate to it. And so they had this really cool perspective shot of the plate being delivered in the restaurant, and I totally did that because I'm like, I have the arm. Now this I also talked about in my vlog video. This is a recent purchase as well. This is the Hollyland lav mic. So I'm using it right now on the camera, so the transmitter or the receiver is on the camera, so I won't be able to show you what it looks like, but this is the case it comes in, and you have two mics, which is really cool. And it charges as well, so it's just so tiny and so compact. I love it. And what's really cool is you have two of these, so you can record audio from your cell phone. So this is for my iPhone. I use this one, and I've used this plenty of times. The vlog I did yesterday, I just filmed on my phone, plugged this in just to get better audio. Okay. Moving on to my little pocket. So over here is just kind of a mix of everything. So the top is a lot of just cleaning things. It's just a mess, but I have some cloths for cleaning off lenses. We have some lens cleaning wipes. Again, all just pretty much just wipes in here. These are wet wipes for the lenses. You can apply them directly onto the lens. And these are for sensor cleanings. So I just have a few in here if for any reason something happened and I absolutely had to clean my sensor, which I did have to do the other day. I wasn't on the field, I was able to do it at home, but I was like, I should just keep these in my bag just in case I have to clean them out on the go. And this next one is really just covers for extra lens cap covers, my battery covers, nothing riveting. And this is the cleaning solution for the sensor. Again, I have this in here for emergencies. And this last one is, I have a brush, again, for cleaning off dirt on the lens and lens caps that I always have in here. And I have some gaff tape, which comes in handy more than you would think. So many times. I have used so many rolls of gaff tape. I have used it for everything, to hold up lights, props, to mark spots so people can go stand there. And that's pretty much it. That's the camera bag. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I am a tech reviewer, a gear reviewer, because I'm not, and I will never be. But I do enjoy watching videos on gear. And so I just wanted to show you what I have because I like consuming this content and thought you might like it as well. So yeah, that's it. If you have any questions or if there's something you do want to see, I'll probably show you all of my other equipment in my studio. I might do a studio tour. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day. I almost forgot. I had to show you my other camera body. This is the R6 Mark II that I bought, I would say 3 years ago. It's been a while. And on it is the 24-70mm. This is my lens that I use more than any other lens. It's just so great for all use cases. And yeah, that's this one.